Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we're back with another brand new video. Today's a video, we are finally here with some content, ladies and gentlemen, and it's the best type of content. We are here to break down and discuss Rangers' latest signing. Once again though, before we go anywhere near today's video, we need to just say bravo Rangers, bravo lads, because all these exclusives and all that's been spat out by the press over the last 12 to 13 days about who the next signing's going to be, they were proved once again to know absolutely nothing, as Rangers are quietly taking care of business. But speaking of business, Rangers have announced the signing of Jon Mclaughlin on a 2-year deal after completing his free transfer up the road for Sunderland, where they have fired out a statement saying they were offered a contract but he wanted to move. Now, as always on this channel, whenever we sign a new player or whenever we're talking about a new player, we like to look at the player profile, we like to break down the football and CV, and we like to look at the competition for places, which is going to be very, very interesting in this one. It moves a lot of pieces for the football club. So let's just dive into it then, shall we? Let's have a wee look at the player, then have our say on what we think about the latest signing of Rangers Football Club. Now, Jon Mclaughlin is a 32-year-old Scottish goalkeeper with 2 caps under his belt. Now, just in case you recognise the game or you recognise the name, you can't quite place it yet, this is the man who played for Hearts in the 2017-18 season and was absolutely tremendous. In fact, he was that tremendous that season. After 1 season in Scottish football, he earned his move down south and he went to Sunderland, which left the Hearts fans absolutely fuming, which is usually a good sign. A further good sign is when he did go down south, there was no adjusting period and he didn't dip in and out of form. He just continued where he left off in Scottish football, playing at such a high level, and quickly established himself as one of the best players at Sunderland and quickly established himself as a fan favourite. If you didn't believe me and you think, oh CJ, you've got your blue tinted glasses on, you're just bumming this guy up, go on the official Sunderland Twitter account and just read what the Sunderland fans think of this deal that's allowed this man to move up the road to Rangers. That right there will back up everything I'm about to say in this video. But regarding the player himself, what makes him stand out? What's his best stats or traits as a goalkeeper? I think the first one a lot of people will pick up on is his reaction saves, which is second to none. But something that's always impressed me, and it's something I remember talking about on this channel a couple of years ago when he was at Hearts, he's always shouting. He's so loud. He's always screaming. He's got a great command of his box and of his area, which in my opinion is a very underrated trait and probably the most important trait for a goalkeeper, because you might be the best goalkeeper in the world with your reflexes and your diving and coming out for the ball and all that, but if you can't command your area and you can't take control when set pieces are on the line, you're going to get caught out and you're going to be a liability for your team, especially up here in Scotland where it's set piece city and cheap free kicks nearly every single time a team goes forward. But thankfully for us, Jon's got that in his locker. His leadership skills on and off the park is there to be seen. Now, moving away from his player profile and getting to some numbers and stats then, shall we? How is the goalkeeper playing right now? How did his most recent season in football go for the goalkeeper? Well, in all competitions he played 35 games, conceding 31 goals and keeping 11 clean sheets, which isn't that bad considering just how shambolic and how much of a yo-yo that Sunderland football team is on a game-by-game basis. But that was just 1 season at Sunderland. If we take a further look into the man's football and CV and you look at his entire time at Sunderland, he played 90 games in total, conceding 87 goals and keeping 27 clean sheets. And for those out there who might be sitting saying, right CJ, that's down south, that's English football, but you said how good he was up here. What was his numbers in Scottish football? That is his experience in the league. Well, he played 36 times for Hearts in the 2017-18 season, conceding 34 goals and keeping a very, very impressive 15 clean sheets. Which, if you actually compare to the goalkeepers in and around that time, you can understand why the man earned his move. But let's take a step back now and wrap up the numbers and stats then, shall we, by finishing up properly with his entire football and CV. In all competitions he has played a very, very impressive 408 games, conceding 444 goals and keeping 134 clean sheets. That line I said earlier on in today's video about being an experienced goalkeeper, aye, that footballing CV certainly backs that up. But with all that being said, let's move on to the competition for places then, shall we? Because this is where it gets very, very interesting and makes complete and utter sense. Now, of course, in the goalkeeper position, we have the out-and-out number one goalkeeper. We have Allan McGregor, right? Who's an established number one, and he isn't gone anywhere, hopefully, for a very, very long time. But no one's questioning that, right? Let's look beyond Allan McGregor, though. What do we have at the football club? We have Andy Firth and a future number one in Robbie McCrorie. Now, if you watched this channel before, thank you, by the way, but if you've watched this channel, we have spoken about numerous times that the goalkeeping position is one of the key positions we need to strengthen in this transfer window. But it couldn't have been just a goalkeeper for goalkeeper's sake. We needed someone good enough that could come in there and not only be the backup to Allan McGregor, but to keep him on his toes, because that was the only way it was ever going to work, that having that battle right there and having a solid number two would allow young Robbie McCrorie to go out there and get more experience under his belt, because we've spoken about him so much on this channel, but there is a future, and I think it is at Rangers, but he needs more experience, he needs more minutes, and this move right here opens the door and allows the lad to go again. Maybe it is to Livingston, maybe it's going to be another team in the league, but it is going to be in the top flight of Scottish football, and this move allows the young laddie to go out and get the vital experience to come back up the road to Rangers, a much more experienced goalkeeper, very similar to what we done with Shagger all those years ago when we loaned him to Dunfermline. And I'm going to be honest, I thought it was going to be another goalkeeper. I actually thought it was going to be the former St Mirren goalkeeper, but seeing now who we've actually brought on, and actually remembering me seeing this guy and being impressed with him and talking about him right here on this channel a couple of years ago, I'm like, holy crap, we didn't go ahead and just sign a goalkeeper. We went and signed someone who is an out-and-out number one. And don't underestimate how important that could be for not only him, but for Allan McGregor's season as well, because this is a genuine out-and-out number one who isn't on a decline. This is a guy who's been putting season upon season over the last 5 seasons at such a high level. He isn't coming here just to be happy to ride the bench and he's all happy to be just at Rangers. No, he wants game time and he will come here and fight tooth and nail for it, and that is a brilliant thing for Allan McGregor. And no, I'm not saying that we should drop McGregor and play John or anything like that, but that battle right there just might keep Allan McGregor at the top of his game for even longer, knowing there's someone scratching tooth and nail for his position. Yeah, I'm really excited about that battle this season. But there is one last thing I do want to say regarding the whole competition for places. I know I've talked about how important it was for Robbie McCrorie and how important it was for Allan McGregor, but this is a great opportunity and chance for John as well. We spoke about it in his Rangers TV interview, which I asked you to go ahead and watch because it's brilliant. You can see how excited the man is about signing for the famous, but this is a massive chance now at the biggest club that he has ever played for, and he will be given a chance on the park. It's not as if he's going to ride the bench all season. Look out for these cup games, because that is going to be the window for him. If he can go out there and play at such a high level, that can help him force his way into the Rangers team. And that battle, the whole thought about this is just making me very excited to see now that the goalkeeping situation is completely done and dusted. There's no more talks about it. We have an out-and-out number one in Allan McGregor, and we have another out-and-out number one in Jon Mclaughlin. And hold on, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be an interesting battle all season long. And with all that being said, that is the player profile, that is the footballing CV, and that's the old competition for places wrapped up in a neat little bow. All that's left is for me and thee now to have our say on this transfer. So dive into the comments, let me know what your thoughts and opinions are and what you guys are hopefully doing that. I will give you mine, even though I've kind of spoiled it throughout today's video, but I'm absolutely delighted. That's one tick off the transfer list. And now that me and thee have had their say, let's jump over to Twitter then and hear from the people. Now, there's already been 1,338 votes and there's still 44 minutes remaining. That's nuts, nation. Thank you so much. And I asked them the exact same question as I asked you, and 79% of the people on Twitter votes for yes. They are happy with this signing. So let's see what they've had to say. Matt writes in, good backup. Hearts fans seem to think he's a great keeper. Can't beat it, especially on a free, in my opinion. John writes in, free transfer, who's backup, who's played at a decent level. Ewan McKenzie writes, out of the blue, good signing, will be a very good backup. Callum Stewart writes in, was hoping for McCrorie to be backup, but I'm not going to complain with another experienced goalkeeper coming in. In fact, Callum, I think you should actually be happy because McCrorie's going out there and getting more experience to then come back to Rangers. I better play a bit. Again, that's up for debate. Ben Campbell writes in, he's a top keeper, happy with it like, and even happier none of this paper talk and the rumours and that it's Rangers getting the signings out first. Alec writes in, shame that McCrory will go back out on loan. Well, I've vastly misread this. I thought it was a great thing that Robbie would be able to go out there and get more top flight experience. Aaron Fraser, who is of course the Hearts YouTuber, he is in, best goalkeeper I've seen at Hearts. He's a solid backup and wouldn't be surprised if he forced his way into starting a few games. There you are then, you're hearing it from the horse's mouth. Ewan writes in, good backup. If we get his Hearts form, we've got a brilliant keeper. Just a shame we won't see any of Robbie McCrory this season. Craig Fleming writes in, he's a well experienced keeper with over 400 matches under his belt and would be great competition for Alan McGregor. JFC Cam 96, who's also a Hearts fan, he writes in, Jon Mclaughlin was a terrific keeper in his short time with Hearts, CJ. Great reflexes. You have a top keeper there, CJ. Enjoy him. David Heinmarsh writes in, Sunderland fan here. Alright, nice to see you. He's a brilliant keeper. Surprised he's went to Rangers because he's too good to be just a number 2. That's a great one there to hear. But anyway, the last one we'll read it in tonight's video. We'll scroll all the way up there, we'll scroll all the way down here, and we'll stop it here. And it comes from your man Aldo McNaught, he writes in, think it's a great backup to Shags, came out of nowhere though. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You've heard from the people, you've heard from myself. If you haven't done so already, you know what to do by now. And as always, I've been CJ Over 92. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.